Arsenal Fan TV here. I'm joined by the lads from Full-Time Devils and Redmen TV, and we're talking about today the new season, the upcoming season. Who's going to win the title? Now, guys, are you guys scared by some of the transfers that we brought in? I mean,
by Arsenal.
Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez, you know.
Well, he's a goon, not a scout.
And they t-shirts for it already.
Now listen. Let's start with that. Listen, last season, John Henry was taking the mick out of Arsenal. Saying, "What are we smoking over there?" Now, be honest. You must be gutted that you didn't get Alexis Sanchez.
No.
Come on, be honest.
Gutted, like you
wanted somebody
yourself to sleep because we got.
You wanted somebody to come in and replace Suarez when he left. Well, it would have been. You're dealing with Barcelona. It would have been perfect for you guys to get a world-class player like Alexis Sanchez.
Stop putting words in my mouth. No. Let's be perfectly fair. Yeah, Alexis Sanchez softens the blow. We've talked about the Liverpool terms. We've seen some great players go out the door over the years. Not as many of them to Man City as yourselves. But it's about who you replace them with. So the day Robbie left, we got Nicholas and Elkrin on loan, and that's like, it was never good enough to fill his shoes in that part of his career, but it softened the blow. And Alexis Sanchez would have been like, okay, Suarez gone, but we'd have talking 35 million for Sanchez. We'd have still had 40 million in the bank. And you've got a player who doesn't bite people every now and again, like, you know what I mean? So fair enough, yeah, it would have been great, but I don't know. That would have been good, but I'm not the kind of player that hangs his hat on Liverpool signing, marquee, big names. It's great, and I wish we kind of did more of that, but they'll be fine. We always have
excuses. They know you're gutted.
Let's be honest, if he scores at Anfield, I'll be gutted, like, you know what I mean?
Man United. You didn't qualify last year for the Champions League, so I suppose it's going to be even though he claimed that they'd finish above Arsenal and Liverpool. Yes, he claimed that, right? But how are you feeling about the new season? Are you a bit worried about Arsenal? Because you must admit, we've made some good signings.
I think, I've said it before on Twitter as well. I think Arsenal, Sanchez is a very good signing. Debush is a clever signing as well. But I do still think you need a goal-scoring striker.
Right.
Can't tell me Giroud's going to win. Giroud doesn't put fear into any defence in the world. Any defence. You could play championship team, they wouldn't be scared of Giroud.
But he scored 22 goals last season.
He's not.
I don't think he's good enough
give him those Legion of Doom shoulder pads with the spikes on, and he still wouldn't scare people.
Yeah, like, still got Sanchez as well. He can play as a striker. Will Sanchez put the fear into?
Sanchez,
so would you be scared of Sanchez? Will he put the fear into?
I don't think he's going to be.
Now hold on. You said.
Let
me just finish. You said that there's not a player than a striker that will put fear.
He's not a striker though.
When he was at Udinese, he plays as a striker, and he scored loads of goals. Playing if we put him as a striker playing for Arsenal, would that put fear into Manchester United?
Of course, he's a very good player, but do I think you've got enough world-class strikers or enough goal scorers to win the league? I don't think so. Honestly, that's my genuine opinion. If I was an Arsenal fan going into this season, I think Giroud, Sanogo backing him up, Campbell might go out on loan, which I wouldn't do, to be honest. Giroud's not good enough to win the league.
All right.
Look at all the teams down the years that have won titles. You need big strikers up front. We've had, Robbie Van Persie last time we won the league, Drogba for Chelsea, Henry when you guys were doing it.
Sanchez now.
I don't think
Sanchez. Wenger's been talking about maybe playing Sanchez as an out-and-out striker. He only really played on the right side at Barcelona because they had like Messi there. So
of course,
so they could put him there. And also I think what you got to consider, things have kind of changed. It's not always about one guy. They've got Joel Campbell. They've got Walcott's got loads.
But
of
are
goals.
You going to keep?
There's a lot.
I like Walcott.
I think we will keep Campbell. We've got lots of players where loads of goals are going to come from. So me personally, I think as long as we can crack it defensively, I think we're going to have a very good chance of winning the title.
Signing players like Sanchez, and he just turns everyone into this, not a striker, not a winger, but like in the whole kind of players. You've got so many of them, and you've got a luxury of those kind of players.
Well, let's not be fair.
Sanchez
is a top guy. He's a top quality player, and now the goals mean that Arsenal will cruise to their 4th place trophy this season.
Yeah, you're not going to win.
Getting cocky. The first time they've even got into the Champions League places for God knows how many years. I mean, let me just ask you guys. Manchester United. You know, do you think, looking at a team, you've got a new manager, do you think it's going to make a big difference and that you will kick on and possibly, I mean, do you think you can win it this year?
I know, I've seen the vines, I've seen all that, yeah. I know what I said last year. It's the first year I've ever been wrong. But at the moment, with the signings we've made at the moment, I don't think that is good enough to win the league title. But I do think we'd finish in the top 4 with that. I genuinely do. Like, I feel he'll get better out of the players that weren't performing. You've seen Ashley. I know it's only pre-season and it's easy to say that, but you look at the player, how they're playing. The players are looking like a unit again. There's no stupid stuff going in social media and all this. We're a team. Any players that are acting too big for their boots, they'll be sent out. And there won't be any player power at the club now. 1 or 2 more players.
Better than what you got though.
One or two more players to be able to, you know, push on for a league title, especially without Champions League football. As much as I hate.
Say that again. Without Champions League football.
As much as I hate that being, you know, next season's the first season I'll be going to Old Trafford and I won't have any European football to look forward to.
You've got such a surprise when the League Cup draw comes out for the second round, and you're like, you go into the second round of the League Cup.
I didn't even know that.
Oh, listen. What about you guys? How are you feeling? I mean, on the reverse, you guys are now not going to have the luxury of not having to play Champions League football. You're gonna, you know, and you may not.
That's the luxury of not having hot showers or
so you're gonna have the stresses of that, and you're without Suarez. Do you think you can win the league this season? Do you think you'll finish above Arsenal?
I didn't think we had a chance to win the league last season, so there's no reason why. And we
That's not what you were singing.
We've got the vines, mate. The vines are out there.
But as I said, when you go top of the table with 4 games to go, you know what I mean? By all means. What I mean is, when we started the campaign last season, we were saying if we fall short of 4th and finish 5th, that's progression. That's decent progression. So, never in my wildest dreams could I possibly.
So what would be progression? Progression from second.
Well, this is the tough thing for Liverpool. Is in league terms, I'm not sure we can. The only way we can progress is to win the title. Yeah. Because that's the only place where you can get better than second, isn't it? The thing is, I think for Liverpool, it's about maintaining ourselves as a Champions League side, and I don't just mean top 4. I mean top 3. We need to stay in the top 3 of the Premier League, and I just want to see us have a good go in the Champions League. And that seems a little bit unambitious for Liverpool, this big entity that we are. But we can worry about larger ambitions next season. Let's cement ourselves as a Champions League side, have a laugh being back in Europe again, get that fat BT cash at the end of it for the Champions League, and then see where we can go from there, basically.
Okay, I'm going to ask you guys one final question. You only have to answer it with one answer. Where will you finish?
Top 3, definite.
Where will you finish? Just say a number, 1, 2, 3 or 4.
With the squad we've got now and the players we've signed, without any further signings, 3rd.
Well, that's not possible because that's where we're going to finish.
First, we're being ambitious. First, get the vines ready.
Robbie don't
Arsenal fan TV here.
He doesn't believe it.
Full-time Devils of Redmen TV. Get the Arsenal fan TV app, available on Apple and Android now.